Hello and welcome to the Bonehead Championship. I'm Ben from the Bonehead Podcast, and today we are looking at the first round 2 match preview. So this is going to be between our Black Orc team, the Black Mountain Buccaneers, and our Skaven team, the Nether Bay Nightmares. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have a look at both of the teams. We're going to have a look at the coaches that are going to be playing them, and then most importantly, we're going to be taking a bit of a deep dive into your guys' viewer championship. But before we do any of that, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the standings. So we've completed our first round, so every team has had a game. At the top of the charts, we've got the Nether Bay Nightmares, who went 3-0 against their team, so they are in first place with 1 win, 3 touchdowns for, and none against. The Wild Hunters are in second place, winning their match as well, 2 touchdowns to 1. The Black Mountain Buccaneers and the Tootwald Tiny Titans drew their game 2 apiece, which puts them in joint third position. Now we've got the Midheim Crawlers bringing up the back at 5 with a loss, losing 2-1, and the Marienburg Minotaurs at the bottom 3-0 down. So as it stands, Skaven team at the top. Black Mountain Buccaneers, our Black Orc team, in number 3, and those are going to be the 2 teams that we see play this weekend. Let's have a look at the rosters. So first up, let's have a look at the Nether Bay Nightmares, our Skaven team. So in between rounds, they've picked up an Apothecary, which I think you can tell from looking at the roster here, the damage that they suffered in the last round, they're going to need. So the Toxic Rat Venger, our Rat Ogre, and our 2 Blitzers, Buzz Justice and Thrillkill Warp Claw, they're still vanilla. No SPPs earned there. Ratfink 3 Toes and Ixral Rush 2 gutter runners, neither of them scoring any touchdowns or getting any SPP at all, which is unusual for gutters. Click Warp Singer the Thrower, however, did get a touchdown and 2 completions, I think, putting them at 5 SPP. So very nearly there to choose a general level up, which is going to be pretty useful for the thrower here. Now, Queet the Lineman and Rotten Retkinson are both missed next game, so they'll be replaced by Journeyman for this episode. Journeyman have got Loner 4+. So we've got Feskit here sitting at 3 SPP, probably going to be brewing him up to choose a skill, and they did pretty well in the last game here. So Stormnose took a random general and got tackle. Now, playing against Black Orcs with all those goblins, that could be a really useful skill. And Gritlock the lineman took kick at 6 SPP. So kick is a really useful skill for Skaven. You can place the ball exactly where you want it, and if you've got some gutter runners, you can run in there and take it. So this team is sitting at TV 1065 at the moment, which puts them 30k above the Black Orcs, which is just fine. 3 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls, means that this Nightmares team should be able to pull off everything they want to do. They've got a couple of linemen who are going to be journeymen, but quite frankly, they go on the line to die anyway, which is how these guys got out. So, decent roster, vanilla Rat Ogres, vanilla Blitzers, vanilla Gutter Runners, and actually some good Skaven linemen. And we've got the Black Mountain Buccaneers, our Black Orc team, representing the logo here. So we've got Gronk, the Train Troll, and Grummaganzoo, Breeze Block, Greg the Cruel, Aslog, Skull Smasher, Zologs, and Leg Ripper are 6 Black Orc blockers. Now, Aslog and Zologs are sitting at 2 SPP apiece. Leg Ripper is sitting there at 1 SPP left over, but does have block. So look for number 7 Leg Ripper to be the primary blitzer of the Black Mountain Buccaneers moving forward. Small Saw Snapper sadly got broken hands basically, so is now -1 pass and is missed next game, so we'll have 1 Journeyman Goblin Bruiser for this game, so watch out for that one to have a Loner 4+ effect. We've got Tyrone Trollkisser, however, rolling a random general at 6 SPP and getting tackle. So what was that? 1 touchdown, a couple of casualties, something absurd for Tyrone Trollkisser. Landing tackle is going to be really useful for those gutter runners, so watch out for Tyrone to potentially have a big game. Barflock the Brave and Grot Brady sitting there at vanilla at the moment, but Grot Brady here with 1 touchdown already, I can see him moving forward to become a very important part of this team. Now, 2 rerolls, DF5 and a team value of 1035 with our Journeyman here means that they've only got 30k in treasury, so nothing too exciting for the Black Mountain Buccaneers. Now, this roster against Skaven, it's got some serious bash. Skaven tend to be a little bit vulnerable, should we say, against the bash. So Black Mountain Buccaneers, if they can get in close and start removing Skaven, they're going to be in a really great position. And I think Leg Ripper and Tyrone Trollkisser are going to be the two most important pieces on this team for this game. Block is just going to save them, it's going to bail them, and in combat without a blitz, it works brilliantly with Brawler as well. You get the choice, do I roll it again or do I just take that block? And then Tackle here is going to be super useful against those gutter runners. So feeling good about the Black Mountain Buccaneers. So we've had a look at the teams, let's have a look at the coaches. So I will be running the Black Mountain Buccaneers, the Black Orc team, and Ben is going to be running the Skaven team. So we've both got plenty of experience with both of these teams. You would have seen Ben play if you saw game 2 of the first round. He piloted the Necro Mantic team against Wood Elves when I ran them. Ben is now going to be taking on Skaven, and I'm going to be running with the Black Orcs. So normally I'm a bit of a Skaven coach, but recently I've been getting some games in with Black Orcs. I really do like the way they play. Ben, however, has got plenty of experience playing against my Skaven and also playing with Skaven. In fact, he did a load of training getting ready for a tournament just before the apocalypse. In this edition, obviously, there's a few changes, but Ben is quite a fan of a big guy. So the fact that he's got the Rat Ogre on there is going to play into his strengths, I think. So this round is going to be Ben versus Ben. So we've had a look at the teams, we've had a look at the coaches. Let's talk about the matchup. So I am a big fan of both of these teams. I love the Black Mountain Buccaneers roster. That full strength troll and 4 strength 4 brawler grab dudes is absolutely delicious. Those goblins are remarkably good though. Okay, they've got all the benefits of goblins, plus that thick skull means that they actually tend to stick around. There is survivability there when it comes to this team. Now the Neverbay Nightmares I ran in round 3 and it is a very powerful roster. It's not the 4 gutter runners I would normally run, but it performed pretty well, pretty decently anyway. So normally you look at Skaven and Black Orcs and you kind of would give the edge to Skaven being tier 1 versus tier 2. But when you come to this matchup, there's plenty of bash with the Black Mountain Buccaneers. There's plenty of dash on the Skaven team. It is going to be around how much damage can be inflicted by the Black Orcs, I think. It does not take much, as you saw from our last game, for the Skaven to be able to get a sneaky touchdown or several. So it's going to be about maintaining control of Skaven and just trying to remove them so the Black Orcs can score. It's going to be a really tough match. I am very excited to see Skaven versus Black Orcs because it's always a closer game than you think. And with the Skaven roster running a big boy and the Black Orcs also running a big boy, we could get another kind of kaiju combat like we saw in the 3rd round. And you guys know, when it comes to Blood Bowl, I'm a big fan of big guys. I think it makes it dramatic, and the carnage that can be unleashed is seriously significant. And a Rat Ogre with Frenzy and Mighty Blow can do some serious deleting of players. And Black Orcs being Strength 4 is awesome, but it means nothing when they are punching Strength 5 pieces. So it's going to be cool. When it comes to skill ups, Kick on Skaven is going to be pretty key. Tackle on both teams is going to be very useful because both teams have got integral dodge players. That's going to be cool too. And what is it? Leg Ripper, who's got the block on Black Orc. It's kind of building up a blitzer there, which I think is going to be pretty key as well. So watch out for Troll on Rat Ogre combat, and then the rest of the team is just going to have to do a lot of work, I think, and that is on both sides of the ball. Now, my favourite part of our championship so far is the viewer championship. So every round we do a video like this. Every Monday we do a match preview to kind of go over the teams, go over the coaches, go over the conditions of the match coming up on Saturday. And then we want you guys to guess who's going to win and what each team is going to score. We will give you 1 point if you get the winner or the outcome right, and we'll also give you 1 extra point for each team whose score you guess correctly. So a maximum of 3 points per round. So if you say Team A is going to win, and they win, you'll score a point. If you say Team A is going to score 2 touchdowns and Team B is going to score 3 touchdowns, and that's right, you'll get 1 point each. If you get one of them right, you get 1 point. If you say it's going to be a draw, 1-1 draw, and it turns out to be a 2-2 draw, you'll get a point for the draw, and that's it. So there's plenty of ways to score points, and what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at the leaderboard, because it's so cool to see your guys sort of guesses and the scoring coming up in there, and we will definitely be giving out plenty of loot to the winners towards the end of the season. But one more thing, we want your guesses in by 9 AM Saturday morning UK. The reason for that is because the game will go live around about that time on our Patreon channel, and it goes live on a Sunday morning for everybody else. So we don't want the patrons to be able to get a 24-hour head start on everybody else. So guesses in by 9 o'clock UK Saturday morning. Then the game will go live that day for Patreons, and the game will go live everywhere else on the following day, on the Sunday. So let's have a look at our top placed players in the Viewer Championship. At the moment, at first place, we have got, with 8 points, Sam O'Dwyer. Now, Sam went 3 for 3 on the first 2 rounds, basically. So got it exactly right. Only scored 2 points in the third round. Didn't quite get it right. But 8 points after 3 rounds is a huge game. Now we've got Papa Z and Nicholas Fitzgerald. It might be Papa's, but I prefer to say Papa Z at 7 points. So right behind. Remember, 3 points each round, so it's very easy to catch up. And there's plenty more games in the league. And in third place, we've got a bunch of coaches here at 6 points. That's on average 2 per round, which is a winner and a score, which is not bad. We've got Mr. Rip Giblet, Flea AP, Dish Dash, Whackin Solace, Gecko 8, Serena Steveling, Chris John, David Rolstad, Martin, Ernest Cummings, Ross Miller, and Trevor Craig, and Mike Cottrell, all there in third place. There's a ton of people right there as well. So if you're only just joining, what's this? We've got another 12 rounds to go, so 36 points up for grabs. So it is far from over. So get your scores in below. Let me know who you think is going to win, what you think the score is going to be, and see how many points you can win. And as ever, at the end of this video, we will have the full standings. And this week, it will be going up on the boneheadpodcast.com as well, when I get 5 minutes to put it up there. So stay tuned to the end of the video for the full championship standings. Okay, everyone, we've looked at the teams, we've looked at the coaches, we've looked at the standings for the league, we've looked at the standings for the Viewer Championship as well. I believe that all there is left to do now is watch the other videos we've got coming out this week and stay tuned for the game this weekend. So thank you all very much for watching. Please get your scores in below. I'm very excited to see. And those of you that flag up like cool little, this is what I think is going to happen, I absolutely love reading those as well. And we try and pick out the best ones too. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video now. Get your scores and guesses in below, and we will see you at the weekend for the match. Happy blocking. Very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to help support the channel even further, please like and subscribe, or come join us on our Patreon. We have early access to content, we get loads of feedback from you guys, and we try and do competitions as much as we can. Or you can get yourself some Bonehead Podcast merch on our Spreadshirt site. So if you want to support a team, especially for the Bonehead Championship, you can pick up a shirt, a mug, things like that. It all helps support the channel, and we really appreciate it. Anyway, links below. Thank you very much. Happy blocking.